Good morning, good afternoon, and good day to all. Welcome to another edition of Homie Picks. It is me, it is Lou, it is Ben. Fellas, how are you on this Christmas week, now New Year's week?
It got me thrown off, man. Working retail, bank retail, having a day off in the middle of the week sucks. Came back. I thought today was Monday.
Yeah, retail or not, the whole week's thrown off for me as well. Like it's like I'm working today. I'm not working today. It's weird. It just threw me all off. I don't like it. They should just give us all the days off.
Yeah, that's it.
I fully agree to that. I subscribe to that. As y'all should be subscribed to Homie Picks as well, or anything on A2021 Vision. But yeah, I definitely subscribe to the notion of had the rest of the week off for the whole holiday season. But yeah, so we did cover. I hope everybody did have a nice holiday week, not just for the crew, but for everybody that's watching. I know holidays is give and take for a lot of people. So I hope everybody did have a nice, safe, and prosperous holiday. Um, we did have football competing with the NBA. LeBron did have something to say about that. He loves the NFL, but the NBA, this is his day. But the ratings didn't say so. So the ratings did not agree with LeBron on that. Uh, NFL killed the NBA in terms of ratings. And compared to, and I, is ABC still considered free for most people nowadays? I know
Yeah,
Yeah,
ESPN.
yeah, yeah,
All
yes.
right, so because I've lost track of how everything now has become subscribe to watch now. Um, but even with the ESPN games and ABC games, Netflix subscribers spoke loud and clear. Um, so the three games that competed against the two games for NFL couldn't compete. I think it was like five times the amount. It was crazy. So, what's your thoughts on the NFL on Christmas, and the NFL potentially continuing this thing going forward?
yeah. I would say. I mean, I think the numbers are kind of bloated. I think NBA is right. I mean, LeBron was right. Christmas should be about the NBA. I didn't watch the games. Honestly, either game on Netflix, I didn't watch any. I was tuned into basketball. Knicks were playing. I would say I think the numbers are a little inflated because you got next Netflix subscribers just probably click on it. Mind you, Beyonce won. Beyonce won. She crushed it. She did so well that they're actually re-airing her performance. And they ain't re-airing that game, but they're re-airing her performance. So I'd say it was a little misguided. They used Beyonce and that Netflix draw to get more viewers than they normally would. And the NBA still did good. So overall, the viewership was up for Christmas Day. But I tend to agree with LeBron that the Christmas Day should belong to the NBA because that's the official swing when everyone gets into the NBA mode and starts following the team, and All-Star voting gets kicked off the same week as well. So yeah, I agree. It should be about the NBA. I think the NFL hogs up enough for our time.
Yeah, yeah. I have to agree with Lou here. Like the games were fine. I did watch them. The games were fine. Halftime, obviously, that was the talk about. But yeah, I mean, like, look, I'm not a big NBA fan, but I do get into it once playoff starts and all that stuff. That's when I start to watch more. Uh, I mean, the NFL is always going to have that advantage that is because there's so little few games, the urgency is just higher than the NBA. So it is what it is. I mean, anytime the NFL competes with anybody else, they're just going to dwarf it. It's just how they are right now. But no, I mean, the NBA does have some work to do on their game. I mean, I know they have some problems with too many threes this year and whatnot. But I mean, overall, still an NBA game is still entertaining. It's something you still want to watch and tune into. So I mean, NFL has enough days. We don't need an extra. What was that, Saturday? Yeah, nah, we're good.
Yeah, for me, I like, I guess, tradition, and tradition says NBA on Christmas. Beyonce killed it though. Beyonce by far killed it. Her performance. Um, it's funny. I remember texting Paul. I said, damn, I might text him in the group chat. I said, Kendra got to go after this. She was setting bars, man. Like, she had a hell of a halftime show, and that was even the Super Bowl. And she had a good show in the Super Bowl, but sheesh.
Gotta draw attention away
The
from
home
somebody.
bro, the hometown girl, she showed up and showed out more than the hometown team did because the Texans did not show up at all. Uh,
Nope.
I only watched really the second half of that game. I was asleep for the first half, for the first game. But yeah, it was a hell of a game. A hell of a game for the Ravens. But hell of a game for the Ravens, hell of a game for Kansas City going into Pittsburgh and dominating as such. It's always that sneaky thing where the Steelers start to rear their,
They
well,
start
not
to
the Steelers, sorry,
unravel.
the Chiefs. The Steelers start to, the Steelers get to 10 wins, they forget about how to play football. But the Chiefs, KC did wrap up the number one seed. Baltimore is in firm position to actually win a division after Pittsburgh was running away with that division for a little bit. Um, but he still got Saturday, Sunday, and next week to see how it all shakes out. I think Baltimore can win a division if they even lose to the Browns, but if Cincinnati wins, because they'll have a better division record. So than Pittsburgh. So we'll see how it shakes up. We still got another week and a half to go. But until we get there, we still got these games come up on Saturday, which do have playoff implications. Cardinals at Rams. Rams are a 6.5 point favorite, 280 money line, 47.5 over under. How do you see this one going out, Ben?
Yeah, I like the Rams here. I think the Cardinals are falling apart a little bit with injury wise on their defense. Um, Kyler probably got caught up in the game because he's just not the same anymore. It's been weird for his trajectory, but yeah, I like LA. They're peaking at the right time. They've gotten healthier. I mean, they were one of my picks to go to the Super Bowl, so I like to see them win.
Look,
So I've been 0 for 2 so far with the first two games. I'm gonna continue that train, and I'm gonna pick Cardinals here, just on the sheer fact that I hope I'm wrong, and the Rams win this. Yeah, I'm gonna continue this. I had two perfect weeks. I'm gonna go for the reverse perfect here, the Uno reverse of it. I'm gonna go Cardinals and say Kyler balls out and remembers that he has a number one receiver, a number one type tight end, and just does something smart with the ball for once.
can Kyler remember that? Yes, he can. And slow and steady wins the race because how the hell did the LA Rams get 9 wins? Like, as much I saw them lose 9 games, I thought more than I saw them win 9 games. But hey, that's why we play the game, right? So, yeah, I definitely can see I can see the Rams winning this game. Um, and I think they will win this game. They're getting hot at the right moments. And that's a good thing for Ben, because Ben is definitely, that's his pick. Um, However, it might be a bad thing for whoever they're going against in the playoffs because you play a hot team at the right moment. No matter how good you were in terms of seeding, you could definitely go down. And Sean McVay, playoff experience, hell, championship experience. If that, um, you know, you got a adequately good quarterback in Stafford who's been there. Um, you know, you play the right team at the right moment. It's gonna be a good thing for them. So I'm gonna go with Ben's pick. For the Super Bowl. I'm gonna go Rams as one. Um, but early in that day, there's another playoff potential game. Broncos, Bengals. Bengals are a 3 point favorite, 184 money line, 49.5 over under. Lou, can you do your reverse perfect in this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna try for this one, and I'm gonna go with the Denver Broncos on this one. Um, on the sheer fact that you know Joe. Let's talk about. Can we talk about Chase? Jamar Chase is on pace to have the triple crown in receiving, yards, catches, and touchdowns, and his team sucks. And it's not because of offense; it's because of defense. It's crazy. I mean, they have Joe Burrow balling out. Chase is balling out. Higgins has been injured half the season and still balling out. You got Chase Brown balling out at the running back. Their defense is just hot garbage. On the sheer fact of their defense is hot garbage, I'm gonna roll with Bo Nix on this one to see if his offense can outplay that badass defense. I see this as a shootout, but I'm gonna roll with Denver. Hopefully, the Bengals win and keep it interesting because then that makes Week 18 even that much spicier.
Yeah, so for this game, I'm like leaning with Lou actually. I like Broncos here. I think Cincinnati, yeah, offense fantastic. Like you can't stop them. Joe Burrow's been great the whole year, but their defense is like you said, a hot trash. They just can't stop anybody. Denver's defense is competent. They can score, and they have a really good defense. So I see Joe Burrow running around trying to stay upright. His line sucks. Like that's why the man's playing Superman ball basically every game. So yeah, I'd like Denver here. I think Denver pulls the win. I think since he's a little bit overhyped right now just because of the way Joe Burrow's playing, but the way that defense lets them down, they haven't beaten any good teams. They've really just beaten up on the bad teams.
Yeah, Denver needs this game badly. Uh, Cincinnati needs this even more though, because they still somehow, some freaking way, have a 14% chance to make the playoffs. They need this win. They also need a lot of help next week as well. But also they need to help themselves by actually beating the Steelers. But and that's gonna be tough. But yeah, the Bengals can score against anybody, against any good ass offense. I mean, against any other defense. Um, I don't know how to go with this one. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Christmas miracle. I'm gonna say Bengals win. That's just I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say Bengals win. I'm gonna take
McCauley
it a
wins.
little bit
McCauley
nice.
wins.
Macaulay wins.
Ah!
It's in the spirit of Christmas. You know, I'm gonna say he wins this one. It's not gonna be easy by any stretch of any imagination. But I think that because like you have Joe Burrow can easily be an MVP candidate
He should
if
be
his team was
actually.
good. Jamar Chase can be an MVP candidate if their team was good. Like we talk about
It's
Lamar, we talk about Josh Allen, but shit, and Saquon.
it's because
You
they
have
just
two
don't have the wins. That's the problem.
And the crazy thing is,
why
Jamar
would they
Chase is balling out, and he will not win Offensive Player of the Year.
No, it's crazy. Like the
that's
numbers he's
sad.
putting up, and that's just what happens, man. When your record is that bad, like you get overlooked.
How does that happen? Like it's sad.
I mean,
It's truly sad.
if you take Kelsey and Mahomes off the Chiefs and put Chase and Burrow on the Chiefs, they win every award this year. They win every award. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I agree with that. With Andy Reid, oh, forget it.
Yeah, put Andy Reid on the Bengals. You actually have a good ass team.
No, that defense is bad, bro. Nobody can save that defense.
I don't know. Andy might have some hope. I don't know. We talk about that another time. But last but not least, since we did do two games on Christmas, we only have 3 months for this one. Another playoff implication game, also division rival game in the best division in football currently, the North of NFC of the NFC. Packers at Vikings, 1.5 point favorite are the Vikes, 112 money line, 48.5 over under. Um, this game is going to be a good one. Again, a game that should be in prime time, but it's not. We got Lions and Niners on the Monday spot. We got Falcons and Commanders on the Sunday spot. Um, this game should definitely be highlighted for everybody to see. Um, Potential matchup in the playoffs as well. Uh, but I'm gonna go with the hot hand, Minnesota. I'm sorry. Sorry, I just can't go against Minnesota right now. Minnesota's making me a believer. I can't believe I'm being a believer in Sam Darnold. That's crazy. Like Darnold is making me a believer. I thought I would never see those words in my entire existence of life. But yeah, the Vikings are just doing what they have to do. I just don't trust the Packers. I like what they're doing. I think they're a really damn good team. Um, Everybody in that division, Lions. Well, sorry, not everybody. Lions, Vikings, Packers. They're all doing what they have to do. That was an abysmal game on Friday. Well, sorry, on Thursday with Seahawks and Chicago. That was abysmal.
Let's not talk about
Um,
that.
yeah, shout out to it's funny. I watched the highlight clips in that, and
It
somebody
was
somebody
highlights.
in the comment, somebody in the comment. I agree with that. I like the comment too. It say shout out to the video editor for putting this together because
Yeah, the
it
crunch,
wasn't
yeah,
much.
the
I was gonna
highlights.
say like what highlights, bro?
But the
Much.
craziest stat, it was this is the third time that Seattle and Chicago had a 6-3 final this year. And it was the Seattle baseball team versus the Cubs that finished 6-3 two times.
That was
Making a
wild.
third time the charm, man. In another sport. That was a terrible ass game. But anyway,
I think the
like,
biggest loser there was Amazon and Blazo because
oh yeah,
Netflix crushed it with the two games, and
oh yeah,
then he throws up this
oh yeah.
doodle of a game.
Yeah, that was bad. Who would
He
you
put
blame
that
that most of the fiasco of the Bears, Caleb or the coaching?
Coaching,
be
I would think
coaching.
grateful.
so.
Be grateful we had Christmas because that was
Yeah.
terrible after that. Boxing Day, shout out to Boxing Day, but that was a bad Boxing Day. But yeah, my pick, Vikings, I say let the Packers know that they mean business coming to this playoffs and into this grind. Um, the team that the Vikings did lose to at one point, the Giants. Lou, how do you feel about the Vikings' chance against the Packers this week?
Reverse on me. I'm gonna take the Green Bay on this game. I think Green Bay has been playing phenomenally well, especially that last game. Love is finding his groove. He's doing it with a bunch of no-name receivers. He doesn't have really a number one guy. It's whoever's open and who can catch the ball, catch the ball. Um, I want to see Minnesota win because I love what Sam Darnold has done this year. All the talk that he's gonna go somewhere else. I think the Vikings need to do everything in the world to keep him. I mean, what's better than having one good quarterback? There's two good quarterbacks, and you actually give McCaffrey, I mean McCarthy, a year to learn. He's not learning nothing this year. He's injured. I don't even think he's on the sidelines right now. So I would love to say Vikings, but I'm gonna go with my reverse here, and I'm gonna go with Green Bay. But this is gonna be another good game that you're right should be on prime time, and we're getting cheated. And NFL need to figure it out. No more of these freaking Seattle and Chicago games that we're subject to. Like as good as their ratings are, they put up some bad games this year on Thursday, and start flexing them out. Just get rid of them.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, we don't need to watch Lions and 49ers. I mean, we all know how that's going to end.
It's true. It's true. Unfortunately, sorry, CEO. It is what it is this year. Um, but yeah, getting back to the game, yeah, I kind of I like what the Packers have been doing, but they haven't beaten a quality team yet per se. So just on that, you know, the Vikings have some really good wins. I'm gonna take the Vikings here. I think they pull it off. It's gonna be a tight game, but just right now, I think the Vikings just have too much offense. Like Justin Jefferson, Justin Addison, and their tight end. I'm blanking on his name right now, but Hodgkinson, I think it is. So good. Like these guys are so good. And then you have Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald. Aaron Rodgers. What's his kid's name? Running back. Aaron. Damn, I'm blanking on his name.
So
But
Aaron Jones.
anyways, Aaron Jones.
Aaron,
Yes, right. And the backfield, like they're a complete team offensively. So I think the Green Bay's gonna have a tough time with that. Like I said, Green Bay's been playing good. They've minimized Love's mistakes, so they've cut down on his passing. So I think he's like throwing like 20, 26 times a game, which is working for them. But in order to keep up with this pace right here, I think the Vikings just edge them out.
yeah, playoffs is almost here. This is when everybody who's been playing flat and playing garbage has to start stepping up, making start. This when you start making stars. Hawkinson, actually, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Hawkinson start his career in Detroit?
Yes, he did.
Uh, so and I feel he was a stud there. He's making his name still here too, in Minnesota. But this is where legends are born. The playoffs is where legends are born. We love a good team in the regular season, but it doesn't matter until you get that ring. I I love Lamar, but playoffs is not not been kind of him. So we'll see
No, they
how this
have
goes
not.
this year. I shout out to Lamar for breaking Vic's record. Funny enough, 31-2 was not a scoregami game. Odds are oddly, but like I said, January is when all the stories get told. Everybody knows what you're going to do. You only got one chance at it. You don't got another week to do it again. And that's why we all love it. But until then, like, share, subscribe. Tells me right, tells me we're wrong. We'll see you next week, week 18. Peace.